Did you ever see yourself where you are now? Was this the vision?
Yes. I mean, yes. I knew I was going to be a star someday.
And you guys had that hit, you and K-Switch.
Who Wande Maga?
Who Wande Maga?
Yes.
Let's go.
Don't kill me. Yeah.
But then you also said you're an actor.
No, I said I could do that too.
You could act,
yeah, I could do that.
I mean, guys, Nollywood, what are you waiting? We need to see a movie with Wande Cole.
Yeah, man. I want to go Hollywood too.
What's good? You know you're hanging out with your captain of good vibes. They call me Kwambokes. And right now, right here, I've got an exclusive interview with one of Nigerian's jewels. Why I call him a jewel? Because he calls himself the Black Diamond. But aside from that, this guy definitely gives us hits upon hits upon hits. Back in the day, it was with more hits. And even till today, when he's not with more hits, he's still giving us more and more hits.
Wow.
What am I talking about? Man's like Wande Cole.
So that was a good intro, man.
Thank you so much.
You killed it.
I try. How you doing?
I'm blessed. I'm great to be here. You know, I've always wanted to be out here.
Yeah.
And I'm here now, so it feels great to be here. I'm blessed. You know, I'm grateful.
Yeah, and the last time, actually, interesting fact, when I think 20 minutes ago when we met in the boardroom, you couldn't recognize me.
Yeah, until I saw you just right here. I just like.
How can you not remember someone you met just 11 years ago?
That's hard to remember. 11 years?
Yeah. And that was actually in Lagos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember.
And I was such a fan. I just left Big Brother and I used to hear your tunes and I'm like, oh my God.
Appreciate you. Now you make me feel old, but yeah.
Yeah. No, it's cool. But it's good to have you here in Nairobi. And I think this is my first time meeting you or even seeing you. Have you performed in Nairobi before?
Yeah, I think for the MTV in 2008.
Ooh.
Yeah, when MTV Base brought me and the Bonge and Don Jazzy and Akon and Wyclef, they had this thing. Yeah, that's the last time I...
Wow, that's the one where Wyclef was like on stage
and
just going crazy.
Yes. That's the one that I...
That's the last time you performed in Nairobi.
Yeah, but I've been coming, you know. Obviously, when I have like transit, I'd be like, yo, the last time I was supposed to go to Mauritius and I had a layover, I was just like, let me get into the city.
So
and come
you make Nairobi your transit?
Like the last time I was on transit was the last time I got in. I wanted to be here and then I went back. So
Okay. So, I mean, from the last time I saw you to now, a lot of things have happened in between there. So that's what I want us to unpack.
In between, yeah.
You started your music in 2006. And it's interesting, I was asking right before we started the conversation, you know, because you're an artist. I can't imagine you doing anything else. No, not that you can't. But
yes, but I mean, I feel like I'm a total package. Like I'm a dancer, I'm a singer, I'm a producer, I'm an actor. You know, I can do all types of things.
Yeah, but I mean, all of them are, you know, in that line that parents don't usually want to encourage you
entertainment,
to do. You know, when you're a kid and you're there, you know, singing in the mirror, were your parents like, yes, good boy, keep doing? Or were they like, can you go and do your homework?
No, I mean, my parents just wanted me to go to school.
Yeah.
But I had this passion from young. You know, so I started singing from church. I started dancing. Yeah. They were not like, they never really liked it from the beginning. They were like, no, don't go to no choir practice. Stay at home until I had to call some of my friends that we used to practice and call my parents. Tell them that we have to go. So they'll come to my house, they'll sing in my house. And my parents would be like, okay, just go.
Okay. So this was like you had to set it up for them
I had to do it
let you leave.
Yes, yeah.
But then you also said you're an actor.
No, I said I could do that too.
You could act,
I could do that.
I mean, guys, Nollywood, what are you waiting? We need to see a movie with Wande Cole.
Yeah, man. I want to go Hollywood too.
Yo, Nollywood is big.
Of course.
Nollywood is big.
Of course, no doubt. But you know, it's a way like, you know, also pushing Africa to the world.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. Yeah.
So when you were, you know, I mean, clearly you were singing in the choir, you were writing music, you were producing. Did you ever see yourself where you are now? Was this the vision?
Yes. I mean, yes. I knew I was going to be a star someday. But you know, you have to also put in work to become a star.
Yeah.
You know, You have to do your homework. You have to know music. You have to learn about the old guys who started music.
Yeah.
So when I was younger, my dad gave me my first turntable at age 5. So I used to listen to Michael Jackson. I used to listen to Sesame Street, Whitney Houston. You know, as a young kid back then. So imagine every night just listening to all these guys, hearing the melodies.
Yeah.
It just grew on me. You know, and then I was going to church with it. So it became part of
A full package.
Yeah.
Because you were listening to it. And it's interesting you say melodies because
Yeah.
I was talking to someone yesterday and I was like, yeah, I'm going to be talking to Wande Cole. And it was like, use one word to describe him. I'd say melodic.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
hooks and hooks. We're going to get into that.
Yeah.
The industry has, from back in the day to now, things have changed.
A lot
you
of
were
things.
with more hits.
Yeah.
Like you got into the scene with more hits.
Yes, when I got into the scene, there was no social media like that. It was
Yeah.
only Facebook.
Yeah.
So I mean, now it's on Instagram, there's Snapchat, there's TikTok, there's all these platforms
There's
to
threads.
promote music. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So I mean, I feel like I've evolved over the years, also, you know, with different sounds. So one thing about me is I always experiment with different sounds. Also, I love new talents. I like to work with new talents. I like to work with new producers, and you know, that's how I'm still here.
We're going to talk about producers because I feel a big part of Afrobeats and the African movement right now is being pushed by producers. We're not really getting as much recognition as the artists on the track. But when you were with More Hits, there was a movement that was happening at the time.
Yeah.
I remember, in fact, if I could even push it as far as to say, if there was no More Hits, P Square, and such artists, Afrobeats and the efforts that they made, because I know More Hits was making deliberate efforts to push the music outside of Nigeria.
Yes, so that's what I was saying, because we were like in the future. I mean, when we came, we knew like, oh, we had this, but we're always watching the international scene too. So, and then we had MTV Base, who would also bring artists from, you know, the United States to you know, once in a while. So it grew on us, and we had this in our system. It's like, I mean, D'banj came from London, Jazzy came from London. They knew they had the sound. The sound, they brought a different sound to Afrobeat. So it was only normal for us to break through. You know what I mean? So, but it was deliberate. We knew it was important for us to make African music global.
And More Hits had lots of superstars in there. I mean, you just mentioned the
D'banj, you had Dr. Sid, you had The Prince, you had K-Switch, you had me, and you had Don Jazzy.
Man. I almost even forgot. And you guys had that hit, you and K-Switch.
Who Born the Maga?
Who Born the Maga?
Yes.
Who born? Na, 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 na. Let's go.
Don't kill me. Yes,
That's what I'm talking about, guys. I know a lot of you are watching this and you're like, which tunes are this, man? Do your homework. Do your homework. And as you watch it, you can hit the link on Spotify. There's a new album, that Legend or No Legend. Hey.
Yes, Legend or No Legend.
And you have to understand where the history. I mean, but for all these years, at some point you have to call yourself a legend.
Young legend.
Young legend. But this is where it gets interesting. Things were good. Everything was moving. But at some point, I think things got stale at More Hits.
Yeah, I mean, so I mean, like in every company, when you start like a record label, I mean, this was not my decision, because it was like D'banj and Don Jazzy had the record label. So, I mean, when we went to America, there was a time they parted ways. The company dissolved. So I had to find my own, you know, as an artist, you know, signed to a label and they dissolved, you have to find your own thing. So since then, I created my own label called Black Diamond Entertainment.